Welcome to those. Welcome to those.
Miss Foley's Hoops and Miss Christina Grant.
Ah, yes. I have very nice cabins for you. 15 and 16. Nice cabins.
Take a selfie. Christina, you haven't left my suitcase behind.
Very good, Doctor. Let's get started.
Dashmirama! Kishkumara! Kutama! Come this way.
Not bad. You look fine. Very pretty.
Hello, Christina. One likes to know who one's fellow travellers are going to be. On a boat such as this, it's very small, so one can't get away from people. One must be very careful.
Or when they get contaminated. Oh, don't mind me. I've got these people, it is like supplies. All the times they are saying, bakshish, bakshish. Dr. Besner. Smith. William Smith. Miss?
Grant.
This is the first time you make upon the Nile this so agreeable voyage?
Yes, it is the first time I've ever been in Egypt.
There's in Egypt much to be seen. The civilization of Egypt was fine, very fine, and owing to the action of the sand and the dry climates, much have been preserved to us. We will make stops, go on shore, and most interesting temples visit. My buttock if you like I lent you. That's a thrilling offer for you.
Ah, well, here we are.
What a frightful din. Get rid of these creatures, Simon.
Get out.
Give them some money and tell them to go away.
Ah, Mr. and Mrs. Mustard. Welcome to Lois. Would you like to see your cabins?
Has my maid got here?
Ah, yes, you arrived half an hour ago. Through lunch.
Oh, there you are, Louise.
Oh, yes, madame. Everything is ready for you, madame.
Any difficulty in getting away?
Oh, no, monsieur. Everything was quite satisfactory. Monsieur need not be uneasy.
Good.
I did everything, monsieur, just as monsieur told me.
Then that's all right. Shall we go see the cabin?
Yes, we'd better see that they're all...
I forgot the red carpet.
Excuse me, sir. Sir? Would you like to buy some beef? Well, sir? Very nice.
Go away.
Would you like to go on bread and find out very good whiskey and soda?
No, no, ma'am. Do not take her donkey. Her donkey is very bad. Her donkey fell down.
Das Bishma! He's there with the bar! Spot!
I suppose my friend would like to see. Number 19, Dr. Besner.
Ah, yes, very nice cabins. Come this way.
Very warm, is it not?
Yes, particularly air this afternoon.
As we are fellow travellers, I feel I should introduce myself. I am Miss Foley Hoops, and this is my niece, Christina Grant.
Yes, indeed. These small boats are friendly affairs. I am Canon Penfold,
Of the Yorkshire Penfathers.
the Shropshire branch. We shall have a most beautiful view as we travel
I'd
up.
like to buy some beef. Postcards?
No, thank you.
I've got old Christian postcards. Old Coptic church. Very holy, very Christian.
Wonderful how consistent they are, and how they suit their wares to the company.
I've got other postcards.
Miss Bishmala! Kutama! Welcome to Lois. Come this way. Very nice cabins.
They get warm.
Never actually met, but I've seen you before.
Have you? But you've never heard about our marriage.
It must have been very sudden, Kay.
Well, we didn't waste any time. I hope, darling, that you're not too terribly hurt that we didn't wait for you to come back and marry us, but I am over 21, so I hadn't asked for your legal consent, and I did write you a very nice letter telling you about Simon and everything, which it seems was a wasted labour since you never got it.
I shall get it someday, I expect.
Oh, I was sure it would catch you in Jerusalem. But what a coincidence that you should be here, on this boat.
Indeed, Kay. You know, I believe that there is no such thing as chance.
Well, anyways, it's wonderful to be here. And now you and Simon can have drinks and make friends. I'm going to go change. See you later, darlings.
It could be that. She's such an amazing creature.
As I said earlier, I assume you before, Mr. Mostyn.
Make it Simon, won't you? And I'm sorry, but I don't quite remember where.
I don't think you would remember, under the circumstances.
Yes. What will you have, sir?
I think perhaps a ginger ale.
Make it two.
On the way.
Our hot cells. We can do just what we like.
That will be no novelty to you, Kay. By the way, I'd like £1,000.
£1,000.
Conscious money.
Don't look so surprised, darling. Uncle Ambrose always does this sort of thing. He's kind of a moral gangster.
I don't understand.
You see, there are far too many people in this world that do not have enough for their good. Kay has far too much that is necessary for her. I endeavor to readjust the balance from a check form. And now,
You didn't.
Now look here, Jackie.
Yes, Simon? Oh, you look hot. It is hot, isn't it?
Yes, it's the glass on here. It makes it very hot, I think.
So you're still playing this game, are you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought the trip up to the second Cadillac sounded so interesting.
Oh, cut it out, Jackie.
What are you talking about, Simon? Surely you and me are going to Cairo tomorrow. Everyone in the hotel is saying so.
Sometimes one alters one's plans.
Yes, I altered mine. This seems a nice boat. I shall definitely enjoy my trip now that I know I have friends on board. Now I must know where my cabin is.
Miss Bessemer, welcome to Lux. A very nice country. Come this way.
There's still time. We can get off.
Okay, I wish I could.
I'm sure there is. Kate often spoke of you. She said you had the gift of, eloquence. Well, should I give up this persecution of dear Kate? That's it, isn't it?
I would put it differently.
Of course you would. It wouldn't be as crude as that.
Do you think you know what I'm going to say?
When I walked in this evening? Oh yes. I am enjoying myself.
That is the worst part.
You're rather harsh about my little amusements, aren't you? But then, of course, they hurt dear Kate, so I must give them up.
I'm not worried about Kate. She will merely have to bear it. The harm you are doing is to yourself.
To my soul?
You are afraid of the word? I am not. You still have a few minutes. Get off this boat. Make a new life for yourself.
You don't understand. Simon was my life. We loved each other. I had never been jealous of all Kate had, and I had not. She could buy anything she wanted, and I had never been jealous of her. But when she saw Simon, she just took him.
And he allowed himself to be bought?
No, not bought. He's not married to Kate for the money. But you see, there is a sort of glamour that money gives. You see, soon the moon will be up, quite plain to see. But when the sun shines, you can no longer see the moon. Ugly.
This is your chance.
Restarts now.
What was that you said?
What most Mohammedans say on the start of any journey. In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. Can you say that on the beginning of your journey?
I wish you'd never been on board.
I can't stand any more of it.
Okay, we've got to go through with it.
Yes, we've got to go through with it.
Good.
And the rest are mine, game and grub.
You mean to say we've had all the hearts between us? Why didn't you leave then?
I only had ace queen and another.
I only had 5 to the king and not another card in my hand. Uncle Lambert, you wicked old man, you actually had the ace of diamonds and you led with the knave of hearts. How many had you?
Knave Singleton, I had to frighten you off the heart too. If you'd let when I'd been heavily down.
Poker ought to be your game, sir.
He's got a regular poker face.
Dear Canada, I believe we can congratulate ourselves on our tactics. That makes us nice.
Ah, what was the temple like by moonlight?
Ah, it was marvelous. Quite different. The scenes and the bars of great interest are the march of the Egyptian army under Ramses to Kadesh on North Bar, also leading by the king before the Day of many prisoners. While the temple, of course, is dedicated to Ra Day in Amun-Ra. God receives.
Thank you, Herr Doctor.
Oh, there you are, Christina. Gallivanting off and enjoying yourself while I have been put to serious inconvenience. Where is my velvet scarf?
You had it on, Helen, in here before dinner.
Thank you, Christina. It isn't here now.
Well, it may be in your cabin.
I'm not aware that scarves have legs. I brought it in here.
Well, the steward may have taken it down while you went. I'll go and see.
Christina, just a moment. Don't rush off like that.
I died strong feelings. In my country in Europe, a small country, an obscure country, that man, he buys the politicians and he corrupts the government. Those who get the concessions, you see, it is not that they want to develop it. On the contrary, the people, the peasants, they starve. So, you see, it would be a battle, but that must not be. Instead, all is desolate, deserted, and we who lived in it, we lose all we had. We are finished, wiped out. My father, an old man and feeble, he would die with a heart broken. It is not such a non-progress, or the industry not developed. You understand.
Frankly, old boy, Jackie.
You see, that's because you're so English, so reticent. You're like a great overgrown schoolboy. Is that what you want me to do? To behave like a little schoolgirl? I told you I'd rather kill you than let you go to another woman. How dare you do this to me? Answer me, damn you! Answer me!
Go to bed, Jackie. You're making a fool of yourself.
I'm making a fool of myself?
Yes.
I told you I'd shoot you than rather let you go to another woman. You dirty dog! I shoot you! I shoot you! Oh my God! It is not working! Oh! Simon! Simon!
What's happened? What happened? Nothing. Just a bit of a joke. You understand? Go away and don't come back.
I shot him! Oh God, I shot him!
Get her out of here. Don't knock up business. Tell him to hear it's a joke. Then bring him along here.
Simon, I killed myself! I killed myself!
Don't leave her.
You alright, Austin?
I'm alright. Just bleeding a bit.
Ah! Just been relaxing a bit. Now keep calm.
Yes. Calm down, please. I don't want to fuss.
Ah! Nasty. Very nasty.
Shall I touch my lap?
No.
Now you must be sensible. You're a sensible girl, right?
Oh, monsieur, I was so afraid. I thought perhaps it was the rising of the Arabs. They thought me of murder or all. My heart was in my mouth.
We were, just playing with a pistol, not realizing it was loaded. Silly of us, but there it is.
Oh, but they are so dangerous. Pistols.
They certainly are.
Yeah, it is a nasty wound. The bone is injured and there has been loss of blood. I think it would be best if Mr. Marston was moved into my cabin. As a second person, I can look after him. Fortunately, we will not to extract the bullets.
Sounds like a major operation.
Not so. Much cannot be done here. I've not the means. I can but patch. You understand. It is the hospital you must go. Already she has calmed down. In a half hour she will sleep.
Good. Hey, Smith, before we forget, go grab the pistol over there.
There's no pistol here.
But it must be. Perhaps rolled under something.
It's not here. Did Christina pick it up when she left?
No, she was holding on to Jackie.
Well, maybe Jackie herself picked it up.
No, she didn't.
Now, Mr. Mustard, I insist that we get you to my cabin. Mr. Smith, you go outside. Put your arm on the sofa. Right. Now lift.
Oh my God! Madame!
Don't make that noise!
But Madame, she is dead. Dead there in her bed.
What?
She has been shot. Shot through the head.
Ah! Are you mad? You cannot possibly buck. Do you not understand?
Okay. What's happened? Tell us!
I went into Mr. cabin to get his things. The moment to Madame's cabin was ajar, so I moved very quietly not to wake her, but then I smell something. It is the same smell as is in here. The smell there is after a gun is fired.
Yes, yes.
And it comes from Madame's room, so I go in. She lies there on her side, and I think it is all right, but I listen and there is no breathing, you understand? So I flick on the light and I see Madame has been shot through the head. There is a little round hole here.
What is it? What happened? Who screamed?
Sorry.
No, all this for you has been very bad. Let me at least give you an injection.
Do you think I want to sleep?
What is it? What's going on?
Mrs. Mostyn has been murdered, shot through the head.
Shot in her cabin? Well, that's quite close to mine. I might have been murdered.
Obviously, a mistake was made.
I call it disgraceful. I mean, absolutely disgraceful. Natives should not be allowed to creep aboard during the night.
Nobody's come aboard.
Nobody.
Nobody.
But there's...
Surely, since your cabin is near that of Mrs. Mostyn, you heard the shot.
I heard nothing.
I see.
Where on earth has Christina gone to? I might have had a serious heart attack with the shock, and she's left me by myself. Where's Christina?
Isn't she in your cabin?
No.
Dr. Bessemer, will you go to Miss de Servac's cabin and ask Miss de Servac to come here?
Certainly.
Yes, I've not left her since when Smith and I got her to her cabin. Smith went to get Bessemer, and after he gave her the injection, she didn't seem well, so I didn't like to leave her.
Take offense, Christina, but this is frightfully important. We were all in here in the saloon having drinks, and then Jackie shot me, and you carried her off to her cabin, and you haven't left her side, not for a minute since.
Not for a minute.
Thank God.
What is going on?
Kate has been shot.
Kay has been shot? And you think I did it? But I didn't.
We know you did it.
It is you I shot, Simon.
Yes, I know, that doesn't matter. Now, stay awake a minute, Jackie. What did you do with the pistol after you shot me?
I dropped it over there somewhere.
Take her back and get her into bed. She's nearly unconscious now.
Oh, okay.
Now, Mr. Mostyn, I insist that you let me give you an injection. Mr. Smith and I will get you to my cabin, and Zach, I can probably dress your knee.
No, do you think I want to sleep? Don't you realize that my wife has been shot? The murderer is on board. It's fantastic when it's true. We've got to find out who it is.
It is a shock. Help me. He must get into my cabin.
Boy! Come out, Bessemer. I'd like to speak to Cannon. Alone.
Pause this movement. It is most injurious. Let me at least give you an injection.
No, get that away from me. What does it matter what happens to me? Not that anything will. I'm as strong as a horse.
You see...
No, get away from me.
You're impossible! I got my hands! Ah!
I'm sorry, I just can't stand being locked away in a room being treated like an invalid. I've got to be in the center of things. I've got to know what's going on. So we know Jackie didn't kill Kay. So who did? Are we any nearer?
I believe so.
Good. Now, Smith, will you go fetch Jackie for me? I must talk to her.
These things were fished up in the river this morning. Scarf, handkerchief, bottle labeled nail varnish, and this.
Jackie's pistol.
With 2 shots fired.
Then my eyes must have deceived me last night. Someone must have run along deck and picked it up while I wasn't looking. That's what makes my blood boil. Someone trying to flame this on poor little Jackie.
Manna last night was very odd, to say the least of it.
Yes, she does know something. I grant you that.
Simon! Oh,
Jackie.
Simon! Oh, I supposed to kill you!
Not with a rotten little pea shooter like that.
But perhaps you'll never walk again.
No, as soon as we get to a sound, we'll fire up the x-rays and we'll be as good as ever. I thought you might be worrying a bit.
Worrying a bit? Oh, Simon!
You always were a little hot-tempered.
I'm a devil, that's what I am, a devil!
Now, listen, Jackie. McKenna and I think Louise knows something.
Louise?
Yes. We believe that she's holding out that information for blackmail. Isn't that right, sir?
Yes, I believe there is every indication of it.
But what could she know?
Louise saw something last night. She can send someone to the scaffold with that information. Consequently, she hopes to get large sums of money out of that person.
Horrible creature!
Yes, it is my idea that we can buy a bid higher than the other person. Make her open her mouth as wide as we like. Isn't that right, sir?
I do not like this idea, Ghost Simon.
But if we get results,
How do you know she will tell the truth?
she'll tell the truth if we make it worth her while. I've always thought you were a very smart girl, Louise.
Thank you.
And that's why I want your help over this very sad business.
It is indeed sad. Madame was so young, so beautiful, so rich.
Yes, and that's why we've got to get to the bottom of this. And I want your help.
Monsieur wishes for my help. To find out who killed Madame.
Yes, you're a very smart girl, Louise.
You said so before, Monsieur.
Because it's true. You're not very rich, are you, Louise? Would you like to be rich?
Oh, what a question, monsieur. Naturally, the answer is yes, but it is not likely.
I think it is very likely.
I don't understand you, monsieur.
Quite the wide-eyed innocent, aren't you, my girl? All right, let's come down to brass tacks. Let's say last night you were aroused by a shot. Not the one that wounded me, but the one that killed Kay. And you looked out your cabin window. You might have seen something. Now, what might you have seen?
It is you who tell me.
I am suggesting that you should tell.
Tell what I saw. That is if I saw anything at all.
Yes, perhaps you saw a person.
I might have. I do not say I did.
But I say you did. And I think you are withholding that information to sell it to someone. Sell it to me, Louise.
I don't understand, monsieur.
How much do you want? 1,000 pounds? 2,000?
Please! My God! Is she hurt? She's bleeding!
Doctor! Dr. Besner! Was ist das?
Simon! Oh, Simon! I thought you had been shot.
What is it?
She's been shot through that window.
Well, she's not quite dead, but she's dying.
Will she speak?
Impossible. If you could help me, we will get into my cabinet and see what can be done. But I don't think anything can be good.
Well, this is most disturbing.
Two deaths? Disturbing?
Look, Jackie, don't let go.
Simon! You're ill! You're feverish!
No, I'm just a bit lightheaded, that's all. But
In order to muffle the shock, it's okay. But Dr. Besner stated last night quite clearly that the bullet hole in King's temple showed scorching, showing the pistol had been placed close against the head. So the shot that killed Kay could not have been a shot fired through the scarf. You see that?
Yes, I see that.
Two shots we know to have been fired. The shot that killed Kay and the shot that fired Simon Mostyn. But certainly you had not had the scarf wrapped around the pistol, had you?
Of course not.
So you see, there must have been a third shot.
A third shot?
When we examine the pistol, it appears as if only 2 shots have been fired, but it is perfectly reasonable that 3 shots have been fired and 1 cartridge replaced to make it appear as if only 2 shots have been fired. If so, when was the 3rd shot fired, and what was the object of it?
I don't think I understand.
When you came in here last night, was this window open or shut?
I don't remember.
This made a veiled threat in front of 4 people. That means that it was made to only one of those people. She could have gone to Smith alone. She could have gone to Besner alone. She could have come to me alone. There was only one man she could not be certain of finding alone. A wounded man, someone in constant attendance on him. Simon Mostyn.
Simon? Simon, but you're mad!
That good-looking, plausible scoundrel and waster, Simon Mostyn. Simon Mostyn, of whom I had already heard something. So when I got Kay's letter in Jerusalem telling me they were married, I hurried here to see for myself, and to protect, if I could, the child. The sequence seems complete, but it is not. You see, when you fired your pistol last night, it did not go into Simon's knee at all, but rather into the floor here. Simon clasped a handkerchief to his knee, soaked in some kind of red dye. He had time, while Christina and Smith escorted you to your room, to pick up the pistol from where you had dropped it and run into his wife's cabin, where she lay, drugged, no doubt. He shot her, ran back here, inserted a fresh cartridge into the pistol, wrapped the scarf around the pistol, and fired that into his knee.
It's fantastic.
Yes, it's fantastic, but it's true. Simon had one bit of bad luck. Louise didn't drink her invariable chamomile tea, which had been, no doubt, suitably doctored. She was awake. She heard the shot. She looked out and she saw him and followed him here. She probably saw him shoot himself. She set out to blackmail him. He reassured her right in front of us, and he never saw her. You'll be all right, Louise. I'll take care of you. Shot Louise.
It's a lie!
Simon told you in here that Louise knew the murderer. He told you that Besner had a revolver. He went and got that revolver, and you shot her.
It's a lie, I tell you, a lie!
Have you ever heard of the moulage test?
The moulage test?
Yes. If a person has recently discharged a pistol, minute grains of powder are embedded in the skin of the hand. They can be removed with a moulage of wax.
Yes!
please tell me.
It is all true what I told you. Simon needed a job, so I induced her to give him one. And she fell for him. I told Simon to leave me for her, but he said he would rather be poor and happy with me. He said that this was a novel, that he would marry Kay, and she would be dead within the year. And then I saw it. This idea come into his head. I taxed him with it. He would have gone about it in a completely simple and idiotic way. I had to help him, you see. I had to help. We worked it out. Me following Zen, Simon's pretense of being
When the sun shines, you cannot see the moon, but the moon is there all the time. You both came to me and you said that to me in almost the same words. I should have known you were working together.
I wish Kay was alive. You may not believe it, but Kay, who was so happy and gay, she was my greatest friend. Oh, if only one could turn back the hands of time.
But you must go on, not go back.
There's a way out.
You must not take that way. To take your own life is as bad as to take the life of someone else.
Even if my life is already forfeit?
Your life is not your own to dispose of. It is only yours to live until the appointed end.
You're cruel, aren't you?
I'm still trying to help you. There are spiritual values of which you know not of. The next few weeks may prove to be very important to you.
To my soul.
To your soul.
Notice ahoy! Egyptian police. Please, will you hand me my pistol? Aren't you going to stop me?
No. The choice must be yours.
All right. You win.
Okay, go. Go, go. Sophie, go. Sophie.